teacher. Well, I'm gonna tell my story now. So, well, sometimes people don't expect to be treated kindly by others, but, well, this was the case. This was not an exception. So I remember one day I was walking on Manhattan streets, uh, close by Grand Central Station, and I was enjoying that walk. I had been traveling for almost a year in that time, um, but the excitement for traveling never disappears. So I was having a good time, and I was walking, and at some point I saw a street artist. I approached to him and we started to talk. Firstly, he and me were suspicious and distant from each other, but I decided to treat him with kindness just for the sake of doing it. I had just had a deep experience with spirituality in the USA, and I had wanted to share it with the people I met. So we started to talk about how long he was doing this street art job and how he was making a living out of it. He told me he was earning enough to survive on the streets, and sometimes he was sleeping on a mattress at some spot on the city street. He had been living this life for years, he had told me, even though he was young. He was around 26 years old in that time, and that was like 2 years ago. He said goodbye because he had to save his place on the street, so he picked up his stuff and he walked away. We talked about some topics on that occasion, but mainly we talked about God and how the Spirit helps a person in trouble, and how Spirit helps that person when that person asks for help. So that was like a really nice experience. And I have often thought about that day and I remember it with appreciation. I know now that kind expressions can create a healthy link with people. I have learned that from that experience. So, well, that was it, teacher. Bye, teacher.